welcome to Brandon's Reviews. This one I'm just going to very quickly talk about the new Star Wars film and a bit of upcoming news as well on this. Because recently production finished wrapping, as they call it. Wrap means wind, reel and print. It's an industry term, just in case you're wondering what that means. But they finished filming anyway, and there's probably going to be other bits that they do, but generally speaking they finished filming. That was last week. Well, within the last few days anyway. There is rumours of a trailer that's going to be coming very soon, but I'll get into that in a moment. Today, well, yesterday now, because I'm recording this very late at night, the title of the film is announced. It is The Force Awakens, so we are no longer referring to this as just Star Wars Episode 7. In fact, interestingly, from what I've seen on the official social media websites like Instagram that the Star Wars page has got on there, they're not actually even referring to this as Episode 7, The Force Awakens. It's just Star Wars, The Force Awakens. So I don't know if they're ditching the Episode 7 or just the episode continuation. Presumably they aren't ditching it. I think it's just for the sake of just the way that they've announced it. They've just kind of strayed away from the whole episode thing. But it's interesting anyway. Now, there's a lot of theories as to what the title means, because it's a very kind of very enigmatic title, really, because it could mean anything. It's really got me confused anyway. There's a lot of theories going around that Luke Skywalker is going to be the bad guy, which could work. It depends how they do it. It makes sense because, they killed off the Sith. There isn't really anybody that we know of to continue this. To continue the Sith in the films specifically. So it would make sense that if the Sith is going to come back, the only Jedi that they could kind of pervert would be Luke Skywalker. Maybe Princess Leia, but I kind of doubt that. But plus there's a lot of pictures as well of this guy with a robotic hand and a kind of a mask and a hood and everything. It looks very Luke Skywalker-like anyway. So I'm thinking that the title has something to do with him, the Force awakens in him, maybe, or the Force just awakens because of some kind of imbalance, because the Sith is no longer around. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see anyway. But as I say, there's been rumours recently coming from fairly credible sources that the trailer has actually been edited together, that the trailer actually exists. And there's a big question like, how is this going to be presented? Which upcoming film is this going to be shown with? I think there's a Hobbit film coming out, and there's also Hunger Games, The Mockingjay coming out as well. So possibly, I don't know, you might get snuck in with that. I'm sure it'll be online first anyway, if there's any truth in this. But I've heard that it's a 1-minute trailer again. I'm kind of getting that from fairly credible sources. There's a lot of websites that I follow. Usually they're fairly bang on the money with the information that they get. So it's still rumour at this stage, so we'll see anyway. But that's that anyway. I don't want to kind of rant on too much about it. It's pretty much a year ago today, I think, that me and the Core were doing our Star Wars Blu-ray reviews, and we were talking about Episode 7 back then, and it doesn't really feel like a lot of news has come out since then. There's been a lot of production photographs and concept artwork and stuff, but nothing major to do with the plot anyway. It's still very much a mystery. And I'm very sceptical about this film just based on the prequels. We were burned as Star Wars fans, we were. So, but J.J. Abrams is doing this. He turned the Star Trek franchise round in a brilliant way. And I'm a fan of Star Trek, so, the way that kind of Next Generation franchise went with the latter two films really kind of killed it. And J.J. Abrams brought it back from the brink, pretty much. So I'm hoping that with Star Wars it can do the same. So we will really see. It does seem like J.J. Abrams was really geared to do a Star Trek franchise a Star Wars franchise. He was more geared to do Star Wars than Star Trek, because when he did Star Trek, it felt more like Star Wars, very kind of actiony and fantasy. Although it did have an element of actual science fiction in it, which is what Star Trek is. It's not so much fantasy like Star Wars is. Kind of ranting on a bit now, but point is, I think the fact that it's J.J. Abrams doing it, and obviously Lawrence Kasdan, the guy who wrote Empire Strikes Back, was writing this as well. So there's some possibly good elements there really that could work. But I think the trailer is something that is really going to sell a lot of fans, like myself included. And I know I've spoken to the Core as well, one of my Core reviewers, and he pretty much would say the same thing. So we'll see anyway. Hopefully that's going to be by the end of the year, maybe end of the month, hopefully, as I'm recording this in November. So, as I say, I'm sure you're already aware of the title. It isn't me announcing what the title is as a news video or anything like that. It's just, those are just my thoughts anyway, at this moment in time. So, if you want to kind of add anything to that, please add something in the comments. And as I say, check back at brandxreviews.com, because the Star Wars sequels and everything that kind of doing with that at the moment is something that we're following fairly closely. So we will be covering this on the website. I'm sure when that trailer breaks, I would say go to brandxreviews.com and you'll see the trailer there. Look, just turn on a computer and go online. So when that trailer comes out, it's going to be everywhere. So I'm not going to be like, yeah, go to Brandx Reviews to see it, because yeah, you're not going to need to. Right, anyway, that's it. We'll leave it there. So brandxreviews.com, that's the website. Check it out. There's plenty of other stuff up there now. So if you're interested in Star Wars or even Star Trek, what the hell, we've covered stuff about that as well. So that's the website, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.